Hi, in this video we are going to study how to write a Python program to connect different input and output devices to Raspberry Pi. Before starting with actual program, we must know few functions as every time in our program we are going to these functions. So these are the functions along with their syntax starting from set mode function. So this function is used to specify which mode we are using to identify the GPIO pin. So there are two ways with which we can number the GPIO pin or we can identify the GPIO pin. One is board mode and second is BCM mode. Then second set of function. So set of function which we are going to use in our program must be equal to the number of peripheral devices we are going to connect to Raspberry Pi. For example, if we are going to connect 3 peripheral devices to Raspberry Pi, then we have to mention 3 different set of functions in our program. Then next one is input function for input device and output function for the output device. So these are the syntaxes of these functions. Now we will see how to use these functions in the program. Before that, we must know the pin diagram of Raspberry Pi. So here in the right hand side you can see that there are 40 different pins starting from 3.3 volt power pin, second 5 volt power pin, third GPIO 2 pin, fourth 5 volt power pin up to the 40th pin, that is GPIO 21. So these are the 40 pins of Raspberry Pi where we are going to connect our peripheral devices. Now we will see the actual program. So there are few steps we have to follow. Obviously the first is we have to import the Raspberry Pi GPIO library, as we are going to connect the devices to GPIO pins only. In the first step we have to import rpi.gpio library. You can create any object name of this library, for example xyz, but for convenience we have taken object name as GPIO here. So which are the functions available in that library, we can use that with the object name GPIO. So the second step is we have to write set mode function, and in set mode function we are going to specify which mode we are going to use to identify GPIO pins. So there are two ways. One is board mode and second is BCM mode. So first we will see what is the difference between them. So for that we can take example of GPIO 2 pin. So to identify GPIO 2 pin, if we are using board number, that is 3, which is associated with GPIO 2 pin, then we have to specify GPIO board in our program. When we specify GPIO.BCM mode in the program, then the same pin GPIO 2 pin will be identified with number 2. Another example we can take that GPIO 17 pin. So whenever we are identifying that GPIO 17 pin with board mode, then its number will be 11, which is associated with that pin. And when our mode is GPIO.BCM, then we have to identify GPIO 17 pin with 17 number, the number of that pin itself. So this is the difference between board mode and BCM mode, how we are going to identify the GPIO pin. Then third step is setup function. So here we have taken example of a program to detect object using IR sensor and notify using LED. So here we are using 2 peripheral devices, one input device that is IR sensor and another output device that is LED. So as there are 2 devices we are going to connect to Raspberry Pi, we have to write 2 separate functions, 2 separate set of functions. So first is GPIO.setup 3, GPIO.in. So as the syntax of setup function is, we have to mention pin number and along with we have to specify type of that device. That's why we have written 3, GPIO.in, means at the pin number 3, that is GPIO2 pin, we are going to connect input device, that is IR sensor. And the next line, GPIO.setup 5, GPIO.out, means at the pin number 5, the pin number which is having board number as 5 means GPIO 3 pin. Here we are going to connect our LED. Now after the connections, actual logic of our program will start. So next line is GPIO.output 5, false. Here we have off the LED. Initially our LED will be off. That's why, as this is output device, we have used output function, and the syntax of output function is we have to pass the pin number along with true or false. So initially LED should be off, that's why we have passed 5, false. Then next, print IR sensor is ready, and after that we can check continuously whether there is any object in front of IR sensor or not. That's why while we have considered true means we have to check continuously whether there is any object or not. That's why while condition is true, then we have checked if GPIO.input 3 as our input device, that is IR sensor, is connected to pin number 3 and we get input from that pin number 3. That's why we have to check that input. IR sensor either returns 1 or 0 based on whether there is any object or not. So whenever there is object identified by IR sensor, it returns 0, and whenever there is no object in front of IR sensor, it returns 1. So if GPIO.input 3, GPIO.output 5, false, whenever we get 1 from IR sensor means there is no object in front of IR sensor. In that case we have to off the LED. That's why GPIO.output 5, false, and on screen we have printed the message as object not detected. Else part means whenever IR sensor detects any object, then it returns 0. So in that case we have to on the LED. That's why GPIO.output 5, we have set that LED as true, and we have printed message as object detected on the screen. And at the last we have to release all the resources, or we have to release all the GPIO pins. That's why we have to write GPIO.cleanup. So this is a program to detect object using IR sensor and notify using LED. Thank you.